Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in. I'm Jeni Ji. Now, before I start this week's Cosmic Vibes video, make sure you subscribe down there in that corner to that little button that says subscribe in order to get these video contents. And the next live free clairvoyant psychic readings on my channel are going to be October 30th. Wednesday at 12 noon Mountain Standard Time, 2 p.m. Eastern, or 11 a.m. Pacific. In order to get a free clairvoyant reading by me, subscribe to my channel for goodness sakes and make sure that you tune in because this is going to be a what spooky message for Halloween does Spirit have just for you? I'm just saying. Okay, so this week we're going to talk about, I always say we're and we, because when I'm saying we, I'm meaning me and the spirit world, me and the universe, what messages I'm hearing coming through for this week. We have this huge, powerful week on November 1st with this new moon in Scorpio. You're truly going to be stepping into your universal power this week. Like some of you already have been. If you have been making these changes that I have been talking about throughout my series here, you're going to be right on track. However, don't let that deter you. A new beginning can start at any second, any time. And you can utilize this new moon in Scorpio to the fullest. Scorpio is about that transformation, huge transformation. Now, transformation can go either way. If we've been really struggling of what we know that we're supposed to end, what we know we're supposed to start, it can be a lot more emotional for you. It truly can. You know, new moons, full moons, and all of that, it's more emotional because we're more sensitive to the energies from it. Your animals, especially, there's a lot more passing aways during the new moons than any other time in eclipses and so on. So if you're feeling that your animals are off or something, they act towards the energies too. Like get them checked if you're really concerned about them, but really, really pay attention because it's a huge time of passing for people, for all different ages and so on, for our animals. Our energy of the earth starts shifting. It's a huge, powerful week, especially on November 3rd. I'll talk about that more so in the next week's Cosmic Vibes video. It's a very karmic day. There can be a huge unrest that day, a lot more violence, a lot more, just really be careful when you're around crowds and so on. It can, like, we can hear so many things. I don't want to scare you guys or anything like that, but how I've been talking about, there's a lot of cover-ups, a lot of truth is being exposed. That's going to continue on. And that day, a lot more can be exposed specifically. So, I don't watch the news. I just read into it if only I have to, because it's just so negative, of course. So this new moon as well, it's really important to try to distance away from drama and negativity because it could be very intense, holding a lot of tension within your body. So this is when you could get pushed to face those fears. You could be like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Like, I got something going on November 1st. And I'm like, okay, I've been psyching myself up for a while. Like, okay, embrace the new. You are walking into the new in that direction on the 1st of November. Believe me, I was hyperventilating to be very honest. But it's like, okay, let's take a look at the positive sides of that, not the negatives. When you start looking at the positive things with how far you have come, it will help you release and let go of the negative side of things. Like really reflect on what you've learned over this entire month of October. That new moon, it's a huge transformation, a time of rebirth. You could be letting go of like relationships, especially. You have been letting go of certain relationships that you just don't, connect with certain people or individuals anymore. You could have ended your relationship with your spouse, your person, business partner, like, whatever relationships are, could be your neighbor, could be your business partner, like your romantic person, like anything like that. But the most important relationship you'll ever have, ever, is within yourself. You are going to see your worth even more this week. You're going to be like, oh, I don't deserve this. I don't just, I will not get treated like this in whatever area. I mean, you will know specifically what area that you're like, this just isn't working for me. It's just not working for me anymore. No matter if it's a relationship, a living environment, if it's a job, if it's like whatever it is, you're going to see that. You are truly, truly, truly going to see that. And as I mentioned, this is a week where you're going to really transform and be more empowered with your universal soul, the universal soul within. That's power. When you're staying true to you, that's all that matters. It really is. Why, like, why be somebody you're not? Are you happy with that? Really? Accept yourself unconditionally. Does it matter what anybody else thinks of you? Honestly, really, does it? As long as you are being true to yourself, walking in integrity within your truth, that what else matters? It's like this is me, I'm not perfect by any means, shape, or form, like I'm just living my life and so on and so on. When other people start telling you how to live your life, it's like, who the hell do you think you are to tell me how to live my life? I mean, that's just myself, mind you, right? However, these are things that you are also going to be looking at this week of, what, like, what works for that person just doesn't work for me anymore. You have been shown the truth more and more and more and more. Like, I observe, like I always say, observe a lot of things. I distance away from many things, and I just focus on my own work and so on and so on, and keep taking those steps forward as best as I can and surrender to the spirit world. It's like, okay, I have to trust the process with spirit of what direction I'm walking towards, what I'm ending. There's certain places that you're going to get drawn to. It's like, okay, all right, why am I getting pulled towards this? Why am I getting drawn towards that? Write it down on paper. Spirit, please show me, am I on the right steps forward here? Am I on the right path forward? When you make a decision and you're like, you know what, I feel more at peace with that, you're making the right choices. And if you don't, you're going to learn. That's how we grow, through lessons learned. Like we all make mistakes, of course. Of course we do. However, when we're not learning by our mistakes, we keep repeating it. And it's going to get more painful. It's going to get more harder as well. So, Halloween, you guys, how many celebrate Halloween? October 31st. How many of you are going out? How many of you have been to Halloween parties? Like, what costumes did you guys wear? And I mean, you never know. I might just wear a little spooky costume on my clairvoyant free readings on the 30th. But you got to tune in if you want to see it, right? I'm just saying. So Halloween time, this whole month of October, it opens up the veil. The veil gets thinner, which means that when you are wanting to see the truth of the situations, you're going to see the truth being exposed even more with a certain person, a relationship, a situation, and so on. It's a month where, I take even time out even more to meditate. I mean, I meditate every day and review things and reflect and see what I'm truly grateful towards and let go of, and, all of these things. But you'll start to see more, and you're going to especially feel your loved ones even more closer and closer. Like even the other day, I was working and I felt somebody come in and I truly felt it was, one of my best friends, Terry, who had passed away. I kept on hearing this rattling in the other room, and I'm like, okay, you're getting my attention. And it goes by, what are you feeling? Like, are you, and don't force things, right? I really felt his energy around me. I was kind of going through a little rough day, and I'm like, so he's always there for me. I talk to him every day. I've known him for since I was 10, and he passed at Christmas, and it was just beyond devastating, of course. So, your dreams are more vivid as well. So some of you might have had, certain dreams with messages in it. Whenever I have dreams with messages in it, I start writing it down when I wake up. And then I'm like, okay, that's my message. Because the spirit world wants to help you. They wants to show you things. Maybe they're showing you where your mind is at, where your fears are. Maybe they're, showing you what you need to change or what's not real, certain things like that. There's a lot of vivid dreams going on right now, and you're really, really going to be moving into a direction even on the 30th and 31st of, yeah, I'm going to start November now. I'm going to start a new month here. I'm leaving this stuff behind. It's just not working for me anymore. I'm making these changes. And you might even feel a little off. You might even feel like I'm feeling a little ungrounded. Your sleep, very well could be off because of the new moon energy, of course, right on the first. However, you're going to want to be like, you know what, I really want to get grounded. Like I always recommend hematite. Actually, I am wearing hematite. It's a black silvery crystal. This one has a wolf on it, mind you, but there's so many different kinds. Like hematite is a really, really good crystal to stay grounded in. And always go by what works for you, what feels right for you. I mean, hematite is a really popular crystal, especially with male, because it's got that, it's like black and silvery. Some guys won't wear like a pink rose quartz crystal because it's pink, and they're like, no, my pride. It's ridiculous. However, I get it, whatever. But I'm just saying that's one of the crystals to help you stay grounded as well, getting in touch with nature. So, and make sure that, on the new moon energy as well, too, that you put your crystals in the window to get rejuvenized. There's always like, it's a great night for photographers if it's not cloudy outside. So I used to do, take photos of the full moon and stars and stuff, but I'm not up that late. I'm up normally early, and then I'm so exhausted. So, and I'm not about to get up at 3 a.m. and start clicking images outside. So I'm in an apartment, and I don't want my flash to go off. People around me in the buildings are going to be like, oh my God, she's zooming in on us. She's a stalker. No, I'm not. Believe me. I really don't want to know what you're doing. So, so go with your own flow, you guys. I'm just saying. So, the 28th and the 29th of October, that is when we're even more specifically that day. You're going to know your worth more. Maybe something will push you or something will happen and you're like, oh my God, I can't do this anymore. I deserve better than this. I've been asking my boss for a raise for so long, and what's going on? Right? Or your relationship. It's like, I deserve better than that. How my person is treating me. I don't deserve this. You are going to make significant changes this week. So that could be the day of, you know what, I deserve more than that. I'm going to stand my ground even more. So that's why there's certain days that will work with you more than others. And you might even find that you're going to be communicating that day even more. I'm not wearing it today, mind you, but Aqua Aura it's a blue crystal that's really good for communicating. So if you have a day where you're like, you know what, I want to communicate to my boss, or I'm doing some speaking, or I want to communicate to my person, or whatever it is, that Aqua Aura, it's blue, which affects the throat chakra. It can help you communicate more and talk more and such like that. And you might even find that that's the day that you're facing more things that you've been like uncomfortable with, that you're like, I'm kind of like nervous about that day. So Whenever you speak your truth and release it, you are letting go of those extra burdens on your shoulders no matter what. I mean, you're not purposely trying to hurt somebody. No, nobody wants to do that. And I mean, if you purposely want to hurt people, it says a lot about who you are, right? However, with myself, I know where my heart is and my intentions are. So it's really important to have certain uncomfortable talks. It's like, this just isn't working for me, or let's address these areas here that I have some concerns with. So if your person pushes you away, nothing's going to change. Nothing won't change. Yeah, I don't want to talk about this right now. So you will be facing these things that are uncomfortable this week. And it's just even write down pinpoints. I got to talk to this person about this. I got to talk to this person about that, whatever it is. Or even yourself. You're facing what's uncomfortable within your own soul as well. It's like that dark night of the soul, facing our shadow sides this week. That's part of the transformational process that's going to help you. So now the 26th and the 27th, for those of you who are creative or want to be creative, those are the days where you're going to be like, yeah, I want to really get back on that project I've left behind. Maybe you're doing some home renovations, maybe you're redecorating, maybe you're, like working on a project, like whatever it is. Maybe you guys are like, I want to start working on my car, one of my old cars. Or maybe you're going to start painting. Maybe you're going to write. Maybe you're going to create this, and that. You're going to be more optimistic, more creative that day, because you're going to be like, I really want to move into the new. I really want to work on this project, because it's part of my destiny. It's going to truly help me with my business or with my career, or it's really going to help me, find more peace. I want to get my car all fixed up, my old car, so I can take it on the highway and go driving down the coast or like wherever it is, or whatever it is, right? That's the day I want to start my jewelry business. Maybe I'm going to start creating this. Maybe I'm going to start creating a business that day. Like whatever it is, you are going to know. The universe works with you with that creative time. And you're going to be breaking away from like old toxic habits and patterns as well. We all have different habits that we can get in a routine with that we know might not be as healthy, and that day might just push us to say, you know what? I don't need to do that. I don't want that. When we stay stuck in the old, you're not going to see any changes, of course, right? There's certain things that we're like, God, I need to work on this more. Like I will be like spirit. Please give me the courage and the strength and the will to work through this, to release this, to walk into the new. I want to be healthy and happy, successful, with abundance, with love in my life, with prosperity, feeling at peace, like all of those things, right? So really keep track of what you want to let go of. Ask the universe for help. Your angels and guides are there to help you. They truly are. They're assigned to us basically from other lifetimes. So you might feel a presence around you, but you might not know who it is. It very well could be one of your guides and your angels. It very well could be, one of your loved ones that have passed on, or your friends that have passed on. It could be one of your animals and so on that's with you as well. They're still with us. It's easy to say, oh yeah, they're still with us and blah, 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 blah. You know what? I get that. I truly do. I truly do. It's never easy when we lose somebody. Of course not. Of course not. We'll see them again. I always say, whenever it's my time, that's what I'm looking forward to, is reconnecting with my pets, my animals. I always say that first, of course, because I'm being honest, and the people that who I truly want to see again and be with, and so on and so on. So you are going to find this week just where you truly are, and just how much you have transformed. And this week, you're even going to be transforming more. what you have truly let go of, especially during that eclipse season and in October this month, you are going to see you're stepping forward more with your head higher in the air, knowing your worth more, walking your path, and always be grateful for lessons learned, no matter how painful they are. Be grateful towards yourself. Show kindness and love to yourself. You know, the new moon also is not a day for surgeries. I mean, if we have to have surgeries, we have to have surgeries. I get that. So I have a couple more little treatments I have to go through, but it's not an emergency. But I always like, okay, what dates do we have here? Okay, wait. Now, is that the day of the full moon or new moon? Sorry, no, that day's not going to work for me. Yeah, but Jenny, we can't do it for another 6 weeks. That's fine. That's fine. I get it. So that's why I work with the energies of the universe because it will work with you, and it does affect different body parts. You know, it's like, well, geez, why is my hair? Why is my skin so itchy? Because the energies do affect that. You know, especially men on the 1st and 2nd of November, you might find that your genitalia area is more sensitive, your prostate and your anus as well. And your animals too, it affects your animals. The 29th to the 31st, your kidney area, your bladder area could be feeling a little bit more sensitive, and your skin could be more sensitive. It's like, oh, itchy, my skin's more sensitive. And your veins is like, wow, why is my veins really popping out? Right? You know, because it's energy and frequency. So the 26th, just kind of be a little bit more mindful with your blood pressure and so on and so on. You know, you might be like, oh, feeling a little out of breath with, you know, like your heart and so on. Just slow down, really, really slow down because, you know, it can be a very, very heated week as well. When you're going through this transformation, you're going to be facing your emotions like, oh my God, especially when your emotions are really high. You know, some of us can have like, you know, almost like that bipolar effect as well, where all of a sudden we're feeling like, oh yeah, I'm on top of the world. And then the second you watch a newscast or you see something like negative on social media, your energy completely changes, right? Of course, of course. Or maybe somebody says something to you that's really hurtful. It can change your mindset, of course, right? So take time for you. Like I'm trying to balance certain things much better myself as well. You know, I've been working a little more on my photography and so on, and it's part of my meditation. You can check me out, Jeni Ji Photography on Instagram. It's also on Facebook, but Instagram is the best bet because I've got a lot of different photos up there and very grateful for new people I meet and so on and so on. I'm just very passionate about it and not no professional by any means, no, but you know, I just enjoy it. It's something I'm very passionate about, right? I truly am. So, okay. So now let's pull a couple of cards from the universe. I do not use cards when I do a one-on-one reading with someone because I'm clairvoyant psychic medium. So I do use cards here on YouTube for the collective, and you might not resonate with these cards, but some of you might. So let me know if you resonate from, you know, the card that's falling down. And if you do, this is specifically more so for yourself. And make sure you clear these decks before you use them. So the deck I'm going to be using here is Archangel Animal by Diana Cooper, Oracle deck, right? Let's have a chat with the animal world. I'm also an animal communicator. So make sure you clear your decks, you guys, before. And I've cleared these before I started the video, and I allow spirit to lead me to what decks that might work for this week. So just please pay attention to your animals this week, especially during this new moon in Scorpio. It's death, rebirth, transformation, please. So what is the message from our animal kingdom from the 26th to November the 1st? Watch your sugar levels. I don't know, I just heard that from spirit. Watch your sugar levels for someone. Okay. Oh, so the card that fell out is the shark. Lead as a powerful, peaceful warrior. Archangels Metatron, and Jules. Look at that. And I actually have been talking about how this is a water year and how our sea animals, especially this year, want to get more of a message out. I've talked about a lot of shark attacks. I've talked about a lot of underwater activity. For those of you who've been watching my videos and so on and my predictions. So just be really mindful if you are going into the water, make sure that you are with someone and watch your children, especially around water this year. So, powerful, peaceful warrior. This is what did I say this week is all about? Stepping into your universal power of your soul. The huge transformational week. Yes. You're embracing your power back, you guys. Okay. So let me see. Let's pull this one. We have the Psychic Tarot for the Heart, John Holland. Best Spirit World from the 26th of October to the 1st of November. What is the message? Message from the Spirit World. Yes, well-deserved reward. Absolutely. Now, this is a week too, with the transformations. No matter if this is a week where you guys get rewarded, let's say if it's a raise or acknowledged somehow on social media or by someone or your job or whatever like that, it's also really, really important that you reward yourself. Maybe you're going to be like, you know what, I deserve, because of your worth, right? I deserve to have the day at the spa. I deserve to get a pedicure. I deserve to treat myself to something. I'm going to buy myself something, like whatever it is, like whatever makes you happy, right? Whatever makes you happy. Like I used to spend all my money on my dogs and my animals. I always will, right? I always like going out and stopping in a store. Oh, what new outfit can I get them, right? Or what can I buy them? I did because I love them so much. I don't usually buy myself that much, anything that much. I truly don't. Cost of living is just stupid, right? But anyways, I'm just saying, make sure that you treat yourself really well. Make sure that you do that because you're going to really see your worth this week. So let's bring up a crystal card. One of my deck's crystals here is Daily Crystal Inspiration by Heller Askinois. There we go. I mean, I love my crystals. Always wear the crystal or buy the crystal that you're drawn to. You might not understand it. You can ask somebody in the store about the crystal or Google it. Google it. I mean, I have so many crystals, like you be like, oh my God. I know, right? I've actually bought a lot of different crystals on my travels. And oh my God, they're beautiful. They're very unique. They're not just the average one. I'm nowhere near average by any means at all. I'm very different. Okay, so the 26th to the 1st of November, what is the message from the land of crystals? Crystals. Oh, look at this. I like this one. Oh, this one has like a face on it. Oh, I love the energy up here. I probably pronounced it wrong. Sorry. This is, oh, look at the definition of this card. Remember your worth. Oh my God, right? There's no coincidence. Hello. This card here is Chrysosit, oh hell, I'm just gonna, right? Look at that. Look at that. Can you see the face on this here? Like the nose over here and the face and the head? That's you. Pink. Rose quartz, love yourself more. I'm gonna spell it out. RHODOCHROSITE. I've never been good at pronouncing certain things, even when I was a kid. Even when I was in like elementary school, I used to get scounded, like treated horribly by a teacher because I couldn't pronounce certain things. Oh, it got so bad. She would pick on me. I would go home crying every day after school, lock myself in my room. My parents had to end up going to talk to the principal and had a meeting with that teacher. It was really bad. Nobody should treat people like that, especially a child, for God's sakes. And that was the time when my sister was actually dying of brain cancer. It was just horrible, right? But anyways, this card, yeah, remember your worth. Like remember your worth. Like this is a week of remembering your worth, stepping into your power, stepping into the universal power of your soul, following your soul's calling and journey. Like that's so, so important, you guys. So this one here, I'm feeling compelled towards Magical Mermaids and Dolphins by Doreen Virtue. You know, we have Mars energy as well, you guys. So, you know, that will really help you kick up a storm within yourself. That will help you transcend forward. So what is the message here from the 26th to the 1st of November? What is the message? What is the cosmic message for you guys? Set yourself higher. Increase your standards and expect more for yourself. Don't settle like, oh my God. What are these cards talking about, you guys? All about your worth, is it not? And this is a week when you're stepping into your power, is it not? So how many of you have been stepping into your power? How many of you are going to like my video? It really helps. Please make some comments. Let me know where you guys are at. I love chatting with you. And most importantly, how many of you are going to subscribe to my channel and tune in to the spooky Halloween messages from Spirit for you on October 30th, Wednesday, 12 noon Mountain Standard Time, 2 p.m. Eastern or 11 a.m. Pacific. So I will see you then. And until next video, make sure you subscribe and let me know what's going on. Namaste.